Well, hello there everybody. Welcome to my weekly video about putting together a layout. So I had to go through quite a bit here to get my camera rigged up again. My tripod broke this week. Yay. Saw that coming in a way, but sorry if you can see this basket thing over here. I'm using quite a few things to do this, so just bear with me. I have a little less space to work with too. But yeah, today I am putting together a layout based on our challenge from this week. It is posted in my Ashley Scrappy VIP group, so you'll want to go check that out. And I'm just watching here. Okay, making sure I'm in the frame. All right, so I'm pretty excited to put this together, and I decided to use the new Croptoberfest goodies so you guys can get a little look at those as well. So just gonna watch myself as I do this because I don't want to go off the frame because I have way less space to work with due to the way my thing is rigged up. So I am putting together some, hold on, I can take a drink first of water here. There we go. Okay. I had a tickle in my throat there. I'm putting together a page with this fun, my daughter and her friends, one of them I don't have permission from to show yet on video, so I am putting that together with some fall fun that they had last year. So I'm like trying to, you know, keep up with all that. So I'm going to be using, as I said, the Croptoberfest goodies. I got these in this week, so here's the album. It's beautiful in person, you guys. Like, the camera does not do this justice. So it's the Mums cover, and it has a terracotta color to it, which is gorgeous. So like I said, the video does not do this justice. So I think for my Croptoberfest, this might be a prize. I'm debating, so, but it's pretty. I'm like, maybe I want to keep it, but I can get more. So this will probably be a prize at my Croptoberfest. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you want to know more about my Croptoberfest, check out my pages. And then it comes with a project guidebook here. This is the bundle I got. And this guidebook actually walks you through putting together tons of pages. I think you end up with 14 pages when all is said and done with just everything that comes in a bundle. So pretty excited about that. Oh, so this guidebook does 10, but then if you also get the project recipe kit, you get another 4. So you get 14 total just with everything Croptoberfest. So those are part of that. The other thing I wanted to point out, and I talked about this a little bit in my box opening earlier this week, there are mats and a 30 pack of embellishments with this, and you can only get these in the bundle. So the customer bundle that will be coming out August 25th. I'm giving you a little sneaky peek. It's the only way you can get these. I can't even order these individually. I had to get them in my advisor bundle. So those are going to be part of that. So if you really like these, I'll probably be working with them today. Go ahead and snag that bundle. Plus it's a great price point, and you can get beautiful pages done. So, and then we have our layered embellishments here. I'll be using those today for sure. These are fun. I got like a 3D element with them. And then we have our accessory paper. It's a 6-pack of paper, but look at how gorgeous this is. I love it. So they really knocked it out of the park with these colors. Loving that. I'm going to use that a little bit. And then our project recipe kit, as I talked about, this has a guide in it that shows you how to cut your papers and get it all together to put together in 4 pages, like I said. However, I'm going to be using this for our layout today, so you don't have to follow the guide necessarily. You can just use the paper and these fun stickers. So pretty excited to use those. And then you also get pieces of the coordinating cardstock to get it all together. So everything you need to put together 4 pages is right here in this, right here. You don't need anything else, so that's pretty cool. And then I got the Croptoberfest sampler pack for the cardstock, and this features some of the new sheets like the plum and the caramel or caramel, depending on where you're from. And so that has all that in it. So I'm all set to put together this entire collection. And if you didn't know, I mentioned this now and then, I sell packs of cardstock, 10 packs that coordinate with different collections. So if you have like a collection, like, you know, this new secret box that came out, the Wandering Wild one, I can get all those cardstocks together for you in a handy dandy, usually in a zipper bag like this, and get it to you for, they're usually about $10 plus tax, and then any shipping I need to charge you. unless there's a shimmer paper involved, then you get 2 sheets of that shimmer paper, and it's a little tiny bit more, so it's only like 60 cents more or something like that, just because you get 2 sheets of each coordinating color. So you get everything right together, and you can slide it in with your collection, and boom, there you go. And then CM did this for Croptoberfest this year, so yay! It saves me a little work. So you can only get the other ones through me. CM does not offer those online unless it's special like Croptoberfest. So I just wanted to walk you guys through that. And as I said, we're going to be working on our challenge today with these pictures. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking, but it's because I'm showing you guys a lot of different things today. So yeah, these aren't even available yet until August 25th. Actually today, I think I'm past the deadline now. Today's the last day advisors could order their bundles to have to show off to customers. So I can't even get it anymore at this point. So August 25th is the next opportunity to snag all this stuff. So I want to show it to you now so you can decide if it's for you. And if you come to my Croptoberfest, you get this automatically thrown into your registration. So you automatically are 4 pages ahead, or this pretty paper, however you want to use it. So, all right. So to do our challenge, I'm just going to walk right through the instructions here. Step 1, they used a sheet of cool tonal color block paper as a base for their layout. So there was this cool paper in the summer break collection. Love that collection too. That was like this ombre blue to green. And so that's what they used here. Actually, I think it was all green. I think this is on top of there. So for my base, I'm still debating a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pull out all my papers. I'm taking you guys along on my process here. Looks like I went offline there for a second. Sorry about that. My internet up here is not great. So hopefully we're still on. Boy, I froze on my video. Okay. So yeah, I'm taking you guys along on this process just so you can see everything up close. So I have, you know, the cardstocks here. And we have this gorgeous paper. I almost want to use this for my background, but I'm afraid it's going to be a little loud. And then this yellow. We have this wood grain, and who doesn't love wood? I think wood is such a hit for paper packs. So we have the green. They really did great with the colors here. This beautiful purple. I love this purple. I might have to use that. And then these are just repeats with the other sides. Again, so you get 2 of each, which is really fun. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up my accessory pack too. I'm trying to be mindful of staying on the camera because I'm not used to this small of a space to work in. Oh, it's so much fun, this technology stuff. Okay, and then here is our accessory pack. This is gorgeous. Only advisors can access this in their back office individually, or you can get it in that customer bundle. So you get like fun plaid. How cool is that? That's very fall. I love this. This brown. Get this fun purple. The purple is just gorgeous. And then you get these with the different corners. This pretty green. And another one in the other corner. So pretty cute. Great paper. So I got to debate here what I want to do. I usually pick everything out ahead of time, but I knew I wanted to show you guys what was in here. So making sure I showed you all the sheets. Yep, I did. So there we go. That's all the paper you'll get with this. So you get a 6-pack and then another pack with 6, so you get 12 total. They're just broken up differently, so it's like having the whole pack of Croptoberfest paper. It's just one's in the kit and one's in the accessory pack. I really love these flowers and I really love these petals. So I might just do these. I think I'm going to end up doing that number. So I think I'm going to use these 2 because I love them. Maybe matte with the brown. I want to use it all. It's terrible. Alright. I can use both of those. And then of course I got my coordinating colors here when I need them. Okay, so for my base, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the purple because I think if I use like the mum paper, it's going to be way too loud, especially if I'm building on that. So we're going to start with a tonal kind of base. It's always a smart move. All right, I have my instructions over here. All right, we're going to cut a 12 by 3 3/4 strip on the gingham paper. Okay, so this is part of the paper underneath there, and that's this orange plaid on here. And I think for that, I think I'm going to use the mums for that. If all else fails, I'll just, you know, use the yellow side, but I think it should be okay. All right, so 12 by 3 3/4. almost a 4, not quite. There we go. So this is going to be kind of the base of our border here. I'm, again, trying to stay on the camera, so I'm working at like an awkward angle. I'm actually sitting like more over here, and I'm reaching over here. So kind of like that. And then it says cut a 12 by 2 1/4 strip with the sunshine paper, making sure the row of 6 suns. So this is special paper. There are 6 suns in this really cute paper. I have this paper actually, but we're obviously not doing suns here. This is more of a fall theme. So I think I'm gonna toy with one of these. That yellow is really pretty. They're all so pretty, you guys. The green is really pretty. The brown is really pretty. Oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna go yellow. I'm just gonna cut the other side of this. So 2 1/4. And we don't have to be mindful of what's in the center of our paper because we're not doing these suns. Obviously, I'm just gonna decorate it with embellishments. Okay. Like that. It's 2 1/4, right? That looks so much smaller. It's okay. You know me, I'm definitely not a math girly. And then we're gonna cut another 12 by 3. Hold on, this is very confusing. Strip with good times. Paper right here goes. Strip is shown. I'm trying to figure out what the other one is that they're talking about. Oh, okay. So that blue is a different paper. So they just did every other. Okay, that's fine. I think then I'm going to use the wood for that part. I plan on ordering more of this kit, so it's okay that I'm chopping it to bits. Because this is one I definitely wanted to show you guys because, yeah, while it's available, you'll want to snag it because they do, if the collection's really good, people will snag that up and it goes fast. So, a 12 by, I think it's supposed to be 3/8 inch. So, this is pretty narrow. 3/8. I might just go, let's see if that's more than, you know me and math. We're just gonna eyeball because that's how I roll with this stuff, so it's less than half. That should be just fine. I might do mine a little differently. I kind of have an idea here, but it's not gonna go quite as the instructions indicate. And when have you known me to follow instructions? Like, seriously. Okay. Very narrow strips, so we're gonna do that. Alright, and now we're building our border. How exciting. Alright. So what they did on theirs is they had these blue strips and they kind of did this number with it, which is fine, but it looks not very symmetrical to me, and that's driving me a little crazy. So I might do something more like this. We'll see. And of course my strip went crooked when I cut it, so that's alright. I'll just tuck it if I need to. Yeah, I think I would do something more like that. So on here they put these blue strips, one up here and then one just underneath, and I'm not really sure why. I can see maybe so it breaks up the layout from the border, but I don't think I need to do that here, so I'm going to do mine a little differently and arrange my strips a little differently. Got lots of things buried over here. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to use my 13 by 13 mat and line up my border on it. Again, I'm sorry about this rack in the way. It's what we have to do to make this work today. And I'm going to line up my base on here for my border. And then I am going to actually, I'm going to need my regular tape runner as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, and, oh yes, it's 3 3/4. So yeah, to figure out half of that's going to be interesting, but I'm probably going to eyeball it. You know me. Rather than crunch numbers, I'd rather just use my eyes and see what looks good. So I'm just going to put this about in the center of this strip. Like that. Okay? This is going to be gorgeous. I am so excited about this. Okay. And then I'm going to get my mini tape runner, and I love this because it has this little narrow strip. I could also use Repo. I bet even regular would probably fit on here, but it's tight. It's a little easier to work with if you just, and I'm probably actually going to kind of go over the seam here. Like that. And now this one, if you can tell, went a little wonky on the end there. So I'm going to try to cut this down a little bit more before I proceed. This is going to be difficult because it's very narrow. And actually, I had someone tell me once to use Repositional tape runner. You know what? That's what I'm going to try. So I have this. It's a very narrow strip. It's obviously not cut properly because I rushed and did not hold my strip down when I did it. So one person suggested you take Repositional and you just put a little bit on your mat here. I'm going to try this. This is the first time I've done this. So we're going to see what I think here. And I'm going to try to, and this is hard because there aren't very many lines to go off of this far up on the mat. But I'm going to eyeball that again. Hopefully the Repositional will hold it in place. I might need a little more down here because down here's where we really need to cut it. And you're all like, you're putting adhesive on your, I need to change my strip anyway. Okay, so it's fine. I just got my new one. Oh yeah, that held it in pretty good actually. Okay, let's see what we got here. I might have just made a mess of this, but oh yeah, that's much better. So yes, it is sticky, but Repositional rubs right off when you wipe your finger over it. It's almost like a pencil eraser, and I'm sorry, I'm probably shaking the entire screen because this is on my table, whereas my tripod was not. Okay, and like I said, this needs to be changed anyway. It's a little more difficult to get off than like your matte, like this mat, but it still comes off, so it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I need to change my strip anyway, so that's fine. And I need to put adhesive on this side anyways for this guy. So that's one way to hold like a small piece on your mat or on your trimmer. And thanks to that viewer a couple weeks ago for offering that suggestion. I'd shout you out right now, but I forget what your username is at the moment. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. That was a great tip. All right, so there's my border. Super excited about that. And here's my pretty paper again. Okay. Oh, that's gonna look gorgeous. All right. Here are both strips of gingham paper. Okay. So we're just gonna put this down on our layout now. Yay! And this yellow is gorgeous. I'm in love with everything about this collection. They, like I said, they knocked it out of the park with this Croptoberfest, y'all. I think mums are so underrated. You know me, I'm a pumpkin girly, I'm a leaf girly, but when I saw it was mums, I was like, oh my word, how could they make it so much better? And they did, you know, so I love this. Last year was kind of more pumpkins and trucks, and they had some mum action in there too, but I was pretty excited about this one. Okay. So before I get into all the stickers here, and then we gotta cut a 12 by 1/2 inch strip of ice cream cone paper. That's theirs down here. It's really cute. And here toward the bottom. So what am I gonna do with that? I think I actually just want to use more of the mum paper. It's so pretty. Let's see what are other options here. Green would be good. You know, the other option would be I just use the mum sticker. Maybe I will. I think I will. I just really love this sticker. And we are just going to, again, your mat is your best friend here. You're going to kind of eyeball it, start at one end, and get it as close to the edge as you can. My problem is, see, I start tilting upwards. Oh no. Not cool, man. I committed too quick. Okay. I'm gonna turn this more. I don't know the secret for putting border stickers on evenly. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like to start in the middle and go out. However, I don't know where my ends are going to end up. So I struggle with those still. So if you have a good tip for that, let me know. If I come up with a good one, I'll let you know. We'll have that packed. All right, this layout's coming together so quick, and that's because it's just super easy to do. So, where are we? Adhere a warm tonal color black, 4.5 by 6.5 variety mat on the layout. So that is how they're matting this photo. However, my photos are not 4x6. They're not true 4x6 size. I love this picture because it's a really cool tree. So I'm going to actually trim my photos first. These are true digital size, which is annoying and cool at the same time. My next round of pictures are 4x6, so hopefully this won't be as confusing in the future. And then we're going to mat our photo. And again, I love this yellow. I'm thinking of doing the yellow. And then underneath that, or maybe on top of that, do the brown. I could go to my accessory paper too and check that out. I've been kind of neglecting it. So let's see what we got here. Oh, the green's beautiful. That's really pretty. We have this purple. Yes, I like all the options for these corners too. So if you ever just wanted to do a layout that had pretty straightforward and easy to do, you just use that. And of course we have this. Oh my goodness. Okay. I like that green. I think I'm going to stick with the wood though, just to keep the patterns all together. Okay, so rather than go by measurement here, if you have 4x6 photos, definitely go by the measurements in the instructions there. I think I'm going to go wood on the inside, yellow on the outside. I think that's what we're going to do here. Okay, sorry, I feel very crowded because of the way I have this arranged. One important thing with, workspace is to actually have space to work, and I feel a little uncomfortable today just because of the tripod situation. Hopefully it'll get better. I'm going to put that on my Christmas list, or I was going to put that on my Christmas list because I knew it was going down, just based on the way it would flop. And I had to literally get a bungee cord and hold it up half the time, which just sounds ridiculous, but it's how I roll. My father is like a MacGyver of things, and I swear I got it from him. What am I doing? I need this trimmer. But it gets to the point where that didn't work anymore, and I came home and it was all on the floor. And I was like, well, no, and it actually had snapped. So here we go. Christmas list might end up being a buy it list. Which is fine. I knew it was coming. So close, yet so far away. Okay, so there is our first cut. I didn't measure that at all. I just eyeballed it and cut because I don't know measurements with this picture size. So I say it every video, I do not do math. I don't like measurements. You can blame it on my math teachers, but I actually had really great math teachers. My brain did not work that way. I could go write a paper all day long, but when it came to numbers, quite dyslexic with those. I'm still dyslexic with numbers, so. All right, look at that. This color is so amazing. I love it. All right, so I have the trouble here because in our instructions, we have 4 little pictures here. However, I'm breaking the rules because it's me and I don't always follow the instructions, as you know. So I'm going to trim my photos down. And again, I'm eyeballing this thing. So a little scary, but it's going to be okay. So I do know these 3x3 photos are 3x3. Let me just read through here. Done. I think I completed this. Price jacket in here at the top. Good times paper. Just making sure I followed. And then you're cropping 3 photos to 3x3. So, or you could do 4 photos at 3x3, obviously. I, however, am gonna do longer and narrower. So, maybe I'm gonna do, because that'd be 6. I gotta figure out how to fit 2 long photos in and then 1 short. So we're just gonna eyeball this and see what happens. And I might just leave this at 3 tall. It's obviously gonna be shorter than a 6 because my photos are short anyways. But these pictures are so gorgeous just because of the way I went too short. That's okay. I wanted to keep those even. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. That's okay. I'll cut this one down a little more. meant to go the other way and I did it the wrong way. Just because I loved all the leaf action happening in here. It was like after Halloween, but the weather was still nice. It actually snowed one Halloween, like recently here. I was like, it wasn't that year. Maybe it was that year. I'm trying to remember. I think it snowed. And, no, it wasn't this year. It's so ridiculous. Okay. And then it was like fine. It was super funny. I'm trying to figure out how to trim this down without cutting too much of them off. Because I want these fairly even in that regard. A little more of this way. Okay. It's only because I messed up and didn't do those fully well. Okay, we'll try those. So my goal was to kind of stack them like so. It's gonna be tight, y'all. And then put this one kind of next to it. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Just because I had too much to work with here. And they were doing a scavenger hunt. I actually wrote them a scavenger hunt to do, because I'm a good mom like that. And they were running around getting clues. Still too wide. So every time I do a layout, I tend to say, you know, you don't have to follow the instructions, and that definitely applies here. So I am cramming them on there. It would look better if it looked like that, but my goal is to get them done, okay? So it's okay. I might trim this one up a little more because I want them kind of even with how tall this picture is. Oh, so cool looking behind them. I hate to trim that. How much more would I have to trim? Let's see. Almost to the barn. Okay. I'm gonna try to figure this out without trimming too much off the top. There we go. It's kind of funny because you guys probably can't see where I'm cutting on the screen. No, you cannot. And I put it down, you're like, oh, she cut more off. Oh, she cut more off. It's all a surprise here. I do still like how this picture's featured just because that tree is so pretty. That's like my favorite tree in the fall is right out back here. So I'm pretty excited to watch that turn again. You know me, I'm a fall girly through and through, so yay. Okay. I like that. We're gonna go with that. I have so many tape runners sitting here. And I'm gonna go ahead and solidify this by taping them down. Oh, you guys, this Croptoberfest collection is amazing. At first I was like, oh, mums, you know, it's fine. It's fine, right? Because I'm just such a pumpkin girly. And there are pumpkins involved here. But then I saw it in person. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. I can't wait to use this. Hence why I'm using it for this video now, before you can even get your hands on it. I just wanted you to know, because I'm a good advisor, and I want you to know the amazing products that are about to hit the shelves for you. So I figured, why not just do my layout with that? Look at that. All right, so my next and last step is to embellish, and that is going to be the fun part here. Let's pull out, where's that sticker sheet? We have the stickers, obviously. And then we have gorgeous embellishments. So fun. All right, I'm gonna get my little embellishment tray here so I can show you guys. I'm watching time. I think it started around noon, so we're doing okay. Noon my time. I know when this goes live later. It's not gonna be noon that time. All right, look at these. Oh my goodness. So cute. And again, you can only get these embellishments. Oh, you guys are embossed. Oh my word. I didn't know that. They are totally embossed. They stick up. Oh, they're so cute. This is great. That's awesome. Golden Moments Fall Blooms. This is cute. And then we got like a little mums, and again, they're embossed. I can't even right now. Oh, look at the wood. So cute. I haven't like looked through these since I got them. You were like the first ones I opened these with, so be lucky there. Oh, that's adorable. So stinking cute. I'm gonna mix and match, I feel, between these and the other ones. And now there's also a mum punch. I did not get that. I am holding off, one, because I have a budget this week and I couldn't afford it. And two, I'm just gonna be honest, yeah. And two, I just wasn't sure. I was unsure, but now I'm watching what people are doing with it, and I was like, that mum punch would have been great right here, and I do not have it. So I don't know. I'm kind of debating waiting until I get it to add the stuff, because I'm like, I could have put a little mums along here. It would have been so cute. I'm kicking myself right now. I'm the one, I'm like, I always buy the stuff so you can show it off, and then I didn't this time, and I'm like, ugh. So yeah, that's gonna be on my next list. This is so cute too. Oh my word. All right, where are my layered embellishments? Let's look at those. Oh, you guys, I love all of it. The struggle is so real. Now these are really cute. These are also, you know, they have like the foam squares making things pop off the page, or making it pop off itself, I suppose. Now, I of course want a title of some sort. So we have all of these too, the pumpkins. See, there's pumpkins. And then, oh, I could use these mums too. I still want the punch. That punch would have been fabulous to have right now. I'm like so kicking myself. You know, like, why didn't I do it? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Set these on top so I can at least see them, because I'm debating a lot of those. I love these. And I like this title, I think, the most. So, like, they use the suns in the instructions, obviously, for theirs. This is really hard, y'all. I love so many of these. I'll put this guy down here. I just need to see what it looks like. I don't think it's too much. I think it's actually really pretty. I was worried it's going to be too much, but I think that actually works just because I have one title in there and the rest flows together because they're mums, right? So I think I'm going to go with those. So I need to stick all these down because they're all embellishments. I need it all over again. This is bad. CM, I tell you. Do I like this more this way? I think I want it like that, actually. They keep putting out such cool stuff, and it is so rough. Which, this is my shameless plug for, if you spend so much in scrapbook supplies, consider being an advisor, because they at least turn around. I get 40% back on my commission from everything I order, or everything my customers order, and then I have a team, so I get some back for them too. So you could be probably saving money if you order enough scrapbook stuff a year. So shameless plug there. Not so shameless because it might be helpful for you. So I think I might use these mums as well. Oh, you guys, those pumpkins are cute too. I just don't want to make this page so like I have the horrible habit of sticker sneezing and embellishment sneezing all over my page, and not good. Like, I'm like, it looks so pretty, I want to use it all, and then it ends up not looking that pretty because I overuse them. I think I just want like a simple little pumpkin, maybe down here, maybe right there, and I can layer like another little pumpkin on top of that. Look at a cute little pie pumpkin. Oh my goodness, love it. And then I'm gonna put, I think I need the little green. So a little green pumpkin. I have a bunch of pumpkins because they painted pumpkins. Alright, so this page is pretty much done. I love it. It's so cute. Such a cute page. It's very heavy on the top. And I'm sure that's like way zoomed out because, yeah. Yes, it is. I'm like, just like, hey, look at that. I'm behind on my videos, so I'm watching myself later and I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, I love how this turned out. I think it's adorable. This collection is just chef's kiss. It's amazing. So I highly recommend it. August 25th, you can get the whole bundle or, you know, pieces of it, whatever. Come to my Croptoberfest. You get this kit that I actually used everything out of, minus the embellishments. Yeah, you can get that in your registration. So, love it. Again, you can't get these embellishments unless you get the customer bundle, however, which is going to be a great price point. So, and you get to make all these pretty fall pages. How amazing is that? So I love that they thought outside of the box here and did, you know, more mums, not as many pumpkins this year, which is great because I have a lot of pumpkin stuff from last year still. I used a lot, but I kept, you know, wanting more because I love pumpkins. So I love that there's mums in the mix, and that I can make really pretty pages, whether they're for kids or Thanksgiving or whatever. Now I did want to point out too, before I get off here, where'd the mats go? I was showing these mats off in my box opening, and these, I didn't use them here obviously, but these are stellar, y'all. Like, and again, these can only get, you can only get these through the bundle that'll be launched. And I love these because look at these titles. Harvesting Memories One Petal at a Time. This would have been great for on here actually. Couldn't have used it. Cherishing the Beauty of the Season. Autumn Traditions. Perfect for Thanksgiving. So, Hello Fall. With pumpkins, by the way. Gathering Moments to Warm Our Hearts. I'm just saying, you could use this for Thanksgiving. Thankful, Grateful, Blessed. There you go. So, I love that CM crafts this with Thanksgiving and the holidays in mind of the season. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. There's purple ones. I like these little tags. They're so cute. Autumn in Full Bloom. So good. Harvest Blessings. I love the journaling. Fall Reflection. So there's some prompts on there too for you. If you don't know how to journal, you can be like, what are you thankful for? You know, what are things you love about fall? I'm a big proponent of journaling. I will be adding something on here to journal on, probably a tag or something, because there's a lot happening. So I think I have another page of this anyway. But that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you loved this little fun sneak peek of the Croptoberfest goodies that will be available to you soon. So next week, Monday, actually, right? Yeah, next week, Monday. Wow, less than a week away. So it's coming. I wanted to show it to you and use it strategically this week in our layout challenge. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. That way you keep getting my videos. You get to see sneak peeks. I actually, when I get my advisor email, I'll hop on and literally show you what's coming on my YouTube channel. And then I do layouts, obviously. I show you tips and tricks. So I do a lot on YouTube, and it's great. And then follow me on my other socials as well. I would really appreciate that as I keep building my audience and getting the love of my scrapbooking out there. So thank you guys so much. Take care. Have a great day.